Challenge accepted.
Yo, JD here, to Limitless, and as you can see, we're AOR Suzuka, and I haven't actually lagged out yet on the loading screen, but just wait, because you know the title of this video, a decision to make, and if you didn't know already, I didn't finish this race last night. I actually was in the race, but I didn't finish it, but it's very, very disappointing and frustrating, because I actually changed my connection settings. I did 2 social races and I finished them absolutely fine. It always seems to be when I'm actually in the lobby with the people in AOR F1 that I just can't finish it, and I'm not sure why it is. If I can't, well, I've tried 3 different hosts now, and with Maisie I used to always connect to him, and I disconnected this race from him. But in my mind, I don't know, I think it might be Matt, to be honest, because I don't know, he was disconnecting this race as well. As you'll be able to see, he's live streaming, he was disconnecting as well, so he was having connection issues and I was having connection issues, and maybe we can't connect to each other. But I don't know really. I don't want him to stop his live stream because I know everyone enjoys it, but yeah, I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if I would even be affected by him because he wasn't even hosting, but I don't know if that affects me, but because I'm not an expert on connections on networks or anything like that, I'm just an F1 league racer. But yeah, going back to this, well, going to the actual video itself now, this is just an outlap of my quali laps. I do 2 lap runs, so that's why I'm leaving quite a bit of a space, not because I would catch someone, but also as well just a distraction factor really. I just don't like seeing cars in front of me while I'm on the lap. I like to have a clear road so I can really just focus on what I'm trying to do throughout the lap. But yeah, the decision to make is just to whether to continue with league racing this season, to continue with this game, because I do enjoy it a lot. I know this game isn't the best compared to previous games, especially like F1 2012 and F1 2010. In my book, those are probably the 2 best F1 games that Codemasters have made. But yeah, it's just very, very frustrating because I put a lot of time into crafting myself to get myself better at the game, and on these videos as well, league race videos, and yeah, I put a lot of time and effort, and I'm really determined to win, because this is the only championship I haven't won that I've done in league racing. I've managed to win the Monday League, the Wednesday League in TRL, the Thursday League. I managed to do absolutely fine in TRL, but it seems to be that I'm cursed pretty much in AOR. Whenever I'm in a good position or something, something always goes wrong. It's either a connection, a pit stop, or me just blowing up myself. So I don't know, yeah, if I'm just not meant to win in AOR. I'm not meant to win the championship, but nevertheless, my decision is that I'm just going to keep going, and that's because of Jack575. He sent me a tweet yesterday. As you can see, Matt G's just lagged out there, so that's his connection is definitely not working as well for himself. So I'm not the only one who's suffering. But yeah, Jack575, he sent me a tweet saying you might as well continue because I'm actually still leading the championship. I've disconnected from the last 3 races, which should be including this one, and not finishing a race. I had DNF at Hungary as well, so despite not finishing 4 races, I'm still leading the championship. So it would be kind of stupid to leave, not to at least try it to the end, because there could always be a chance that my connection could get resolved, or the netcode could not impact me as badly as Matt's spamming me as he did on every one of my qualifying laps here, which was slightly annoying, but yeah, I don't really blame him. But as you can see in this lap here, wasn't really a good lap. And normally my first lap isn't good, and 2 lap runs, I always use the first lap as just a kind of a warm-up kind of lap, really, to be honest. And as you can see here, we're really attacking these corners now. So this lap is the lap where I really am going to go full out. As you can see, Lilbot's done 35.5, so that's a pretty good time, but my PB is a 34.9. I've managed to do that twice. Unfortunately, didn't record it, but a 34.9. And today I jumped on because I've been away all weekend as well. I was actually going out with my friends from university near Wales, so I was feeling pretty ill, and I still feel quite ill. Still feel quite hungry, but as we're absolutely on the limit there, we're actually just on the white line, so actually just attacking the track absolute maximum. And as you can see, we're smashing our previous best first sector there. But yeah, so this race I was feeling not really 100%, but it didn't affect me at all. I just got into the rhythm of it pretty quickly, because this track, if you didn't know from my setup video, probably is my fastest track in the game. I would happily say myself. And again, we're using the absolute maximum of the road to get the most traction possible off that corner. But yeah, this track is a track I just absolutely love to race around. I just really do enjoy it, and even on this game, I really do enjoy it, and it really reflects on my pace around here. As you can see, we're 8 tenths up on my previous lap and 2 tenths up on pole at the moment. So navigating the chicane, we could have gone a bit better through there. That was not an amazing chicane, to be honest. We could have gone maybe a tenth or so more quicker now. And what we've done a 35.2. So that puts us on pole position by 2.5 tenths, which is a pretty nice margin to have. And I was really happy about it. I was really stoked about that, because to me, that was 100% clean. I was on the white line for 3 of those corners there. So yeah, things are going pretty well. And I just waited to the end of the session here to just try and set another lap with less fuel, so 3 laps of fuel this time, and really just go try and improve in it. I felt I could improve in it. There was that chicane, what we're coming up to now, is definitely a corner that I could have taken a bit more curb on, a bit more speed. So we could try and improve, maybe try and get a 34. I was really desperate to try and get that, but still 35.2 is it's a pretty good time. So about to start the lap, getting ready for the lap, and there we go. It's the same story. I was pretty gutted because I was really confident I wasn't going to disconnect at any point in this race, because my social races I was with 16 people in those social races, and I had no issues at all. And as you can see, Lilbot is now on pole because I disconnected. And if we were still in, we would have got pole position by a 2.5 tenth margin, which is, yeah, it sucks. There's nothing you can do. I've given up on being angry really now, because I'm expecting not to finish these races at the moment. I don't know if my internet has just gone down, or it's to do with the game itself, or as I said, maybe I can't connect to someone in the lobby like Matt or something like that. But I don't know if that actually affects it if he's not host. So, as I said, I'm not an expert on it, but yeah, it's just really frustrating. But luckily, as you can see, we managed to get back in the race with about 5 seconds to spare. So we will be starting the last pace, and we've still got our setup on, so we could still get a good race. I was just hoping that I could just finish this race. That would be absolutely awesome. As you can see, we've got a pretty good start, starting from 14th and made up 1 position already as lockdown things just lagged or something. So up into 10th place from 14th already, so a pretty good start. As you can see, there's a bit of contact in front of me, up into 9th place. So we've made up 5 places in 2 corners, which is pretty good. And we've got Ellis in front of me, and we just go down the inside of him there. And as I've said, the pace around here, especially the race pace, I know my qualifying pace was pretty good. And if you know me quite well, my qualifying pace isn't really something I consider a strength, to be honest. So having both quality pace and race pace, I was feeling very confident for the race win, to be honest, to get really good points. But as you can see, we're going to try and attack Broziak. He's on the prime tyre, so we're just taking our time. There's no real need to rush, because in 8th place, 27 laps to go, and look at the leaders. They're not exactly far away, and had a really good strategy around here, and it's just a case of just getting past people. It's quite a difficult track to overtake, because the DRS is quite annoying. But as you can see, Broziak goes out wide. We're just going to put it down the inside. We're just going to hold our line. Hopefully we can get ahead of him, and we're going to get the better traction and option tyres, and we've managed to get ahead of my rival in the championship. So right now this is perfect for us. We're actually ahead of our rival. Now, Broziak couldn't attack me back. He didn't really attack me into that chicane, which I was quite surprised about. And as you can see, my teammate Maisie, and he's just gone let me through. So that is a pretty nice gesture. I said to him over the mic they didn't need to do that, but no, I really appreciate that. So cheers for doing that, man. And we're in 6th place, and look at the gap to the leaders. It's not a million miles away, and the pace is good at the moment. We've dialed in straight away. Illness is not really affecting me, and you can see Frankish making a bit of a mistake there, nailing those white lines there. Go try and get on the inside of Frankish, put up to Rich Mix, down into lean again to get the good traction off this hairpin. Go try and hold it around the outside of him, but to be fair to Frankish, he holds his line. Boxes me off a bit there, but that's absolutely fine. It's completely fair, and that's good driving from him. I'm not really trying to take too many risks, because I'm ahead of Broziak and he's on the prime tyre. and he's not really in a good position. With a prime tire, you would need to be a lot closer to the front. Make strategy work. As we go down the inside of Frankish, so we'll go try and get past him as soon as possible, because that means we could get onto the leaders. But to be fair to Frankish again, he's got good defending and he's not really being scared out of it. It's good clean racing, to be honest, which you don't really see that often on this game. So I wasn't really going to hold it around the outside from there, because as I said, I don't really want to take a risk. If I can actually finish this race, I'm not really looking at this point now, because I started in last place, to finish the race, because I'm ahead of my rival and I'm still leading the championship, and if I could just extend my championship lead, then that is brilliant, to be honest. I would take anything to extend my lead. And you can see Martin there, he is lagging quite a bit at the moment, so the connections in this game are really not going too well at the moment. As we're going to try and go down the inside of Frankish. I wasn't really going to try and go down the inside of him, but just to try and scare him off. But to be fair to him again, he's holding his own, so fair play to him. And we've got a nice little buffer behind as well, so we don't really have to worry about anything from behind. But as you can see, we are hassling him quite a bit, and the leaders are slowly starting to get away now. But I still wasn't really too worried, because we've still got quite a few laps to go. So if we could get past Frankish in the next few laps and just try and cruise up to the back of the pack in front, which leaves Martin in front of him, then we should use our slipstream DRS to hopefully make up some ground on the leaders, because I felt I had the pace to really just do what I did in China and Silverstone, to really just, if I had a gap, then I could be able to get away. But obviously it's not the case here, and we're going to try and get past Frankish now. So we're going to hold it around the outside of him, gone a bit deep, trying not to cut the corner first left, and a little bit of contact there. I was just trying to not cut the corner. He tried to hold it around the outside, and I had to be a bit firm with him, because he's been a bit firm with me. And yeah, I managed to get the move done, and maybe in a bit of contact, but you've got to be a bit aggressive sometimes if you really want to get past someone, and that was the case, as we are now behind my fellow Tyrrell Martin, who seemed to have a lot of pace in practice, but I don't know what's happened to him here. He seems to be struggling a bit. He's gone a little bit wide, so he made a mistake, gone down the inside of him, and to be honest, I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to wait till the basically till I'll come off the last corner, because the DRS, now he's got slipstream on me, and if he stays close to me off this last corner, he'll cruise past me down the straight. So going defensive, going to the middle of the tracks, just not really giving him any options. Try and get a really good exit off here, just to try and get as much distance as possible to him, because as I said, the DRS is pretty powerful around here. So we're going to try and get out with slipstream, but you can see he's closing and closing. He's weaving around a bit. I'm just going to hold my line. I'm just going to hold it. I've left him a bit of room there, but it's, yeah, I don't really know what happened. And I've just gone the curb there. To be fair to Frankish, I didn't see him in mirror there. I wasn't really looking, so I apologise for that. But luckily, nothing happened too badly in that. But yeah, in that incident there, I just held my line, and I really didn't expect Martin to just keep it down there, to be honest. So I apologise to him, but in a way I don't really feel it was completely my fault, because I felt I left him room and he hit me before we went into the corner. But I would say it was a 50-50 racing incident, but luckily it hasn't completely destroyed our races. We lost a bit of time, but hasn't completely destroyed it. But Martin again, we're going to go around the outside, so try and do a Frankish again, try to cut the corner, and yeah, I don't really know what happened there. I went out to the right a little bit too much, but again, I'm just trying to not cut that corner. And that just came because it's very, very easy to do. And if we just take a look at the slow motion here, hopefully it gives you a better idea. So we went a bit deep, going around the outside of him, hold it to the right a bit, but then we're going to the left. And before we've even got onto it, we've already been pushed. So I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty annoyed there, because again, I don't feel it was 100% my fault, because otherwise I would have waited. I felt I could have done something a little bit better. I could have gone maybe a bit tighter, but again, I was already pushed on the curb, so don't know if it was different in his screen, but in my view, that's just a racing incident. And again, I apologise to Martin anyway. But as you can see here, connection failed, so we got to lap 9 in the race, so an improvement on the last 2 races, but me and Matt seem to be having connection issues there. I don't know if it's related. But yeah, that's what's happening. But basically, I want to say again, just cheers to everyone who supports me. That's what's made me really continue doing the season. To be honest, the support I've been getting, the messages I've been getting, has really motivate me, and it really just boosts my mood, to be honest, because I'm obviously not in a good mood when stuff like this happens, because I just want to race. So again, just thank you so much. My decision is I will keep turning up to each race, just to see if anything can happen, just to finish off the season, because then I know myself that I've done everything I can. But yeah, again, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I gave you a bit more footage than I would have done in the last 2 races, so I hope you appreciate that. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and see you next time. Cheers.